Hey Raider Nation, what's up? It's your boy, Raider Alex, back with another video for you. If you're new to the channel and you love Raiders content like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, let's dive into today's topic. Honestly, it's hard to put into words how frustrated and disappointed I am right now. I can't believe what we just saw. The Las Vegas Raiders picked the worst possible time to win a game. We won a totally meaningless football game that really didn't help us at all. Now the Raiders are 3-12. Yeah, we ended our 10-game losing streak. But here's the problem. We've dropped from having the number 1 overall pick all the way down to the 6th pick. Before the game, I was already nervous. I knew we were playing with fire. The Jacksonville Jaguars aren't any better than us, but today, they somehow played even worse. It felt like they were giving the game away on so many occasions. Honestly, at some points it looked like this game should have been under investigation. The Jacksonville Jaguars did their part. They knew what was at stake. But for some reason, the Raiders seem to think we need to win these meaningless games, even when we're already out of the playoff race. Okay, so we beat Jacksonville, but honestly, I can't think of any real benefit to this win. It was a meaningless game, especially since we were playing against a team that's just as bad as us, and it seemed like they were more eager to lose than we were to win. There's nothing impressive about this victory. The biggest issue here is that we messed up our draft position. Now, there's a good chance the Raiders could end up outside the top 5 by the end of the season, and we all know we need a quarterback desperately. This win just made it harder for us to pick one of the top quarterbacks, whether it's Cam Ward or Shader Sanders. So, not only was the win unimpressive, but it also messed with our draft chances. It's just a bad situation all around. If we had beaten a team like the Kansas City Chiefs last month, even though it would have messed up our draft pick, at least it would have been against a divisional rival. That kind of win would have meant something. It would have been a confidence booster, a tone setter for what we're trying to build for the future. But this game against Jacksonville, I just don't see any real benefit from winning it. This is classic Raider behavior, and it's part of the reason why it feels like we're stuck in this never-ending cycle. We're never good enough to be a true playoff contender, or a team that can seriously push for a Super Bowl. But at the same time, we're never bad enough to be in a prime position to completely change the direction of the franchise with a top pick. If we had gotten the number 1 overall pick, we could have selected a game-changing quarterback, then used the offseason to build up the offensive line and make other key improvements. It just feels like we missed a huge opportunity here. The Raiders have a lot of money and cap space, and with a solid offseason, we could have really turned things around. It's frustrating to watch the team win when they don't have to. It's even more frustrating because this could have been avoided. I think we all saw that with Aiden O'Connell as the starting quarterback, the offense would look way better than it did with Desmond Ridder. O'Connell had an injury against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that was the perfect opportunity to step back and say, "Hey, we've seen enough from the young guy for now. Let's shut him down, wait for next season, and avoid risking injury or even a meaningless win." But that's not what happened. The crazy thing is, this is one of the worst Raider teams I've seen in a long time. But, sadly, there are a lot of other bad teams out there this season too. It would be wild to me if we finished the season with a 3-14 record and end up with the 5th pick overall. To be that bad and still not land in the top 3? That's just insane to me. It feels like the tank is already in, and the Raiders can't even tank properly. I'm really frustrated with the way the Raiders handled this game. Honestly, stuff like this is starting to turn the fan base against a guy like Antonio Pie, who, let's be real, doesn't have his job secured for next season. We'll have to wait and see how things unfold. As it stands, the 2025 NFL Draft looks like this. The New York Giants hold the number 1 overall pick, the New England Patriots are 2nd, and Jacksonville is 3rd, with Tennessee sitting at number 4. The good news is that Jacksonville and Tennessee are playing each other, so one of them should lose, which helps us a bit. However, this situation is very concerning. With only 2 games left, the Raiders have a better strength of schedule than most of the teams in the top 6. So unless teams like the Patriots, Browns, or Giants manage to win, it's very unlikely the Raiders will end up with a top 2 pick. The Giants in particular are clearly tanking. They're doing everything they can to lose these games. And honestly, that's what the Raiders should have done in this game. There was absolutely no reason for us to go out there and win. I just don't understand why the Raiders keep doing this. We'll just have to see how the last 2 weeks play out. If we fall outside the top 2 picks, there's a chance we won't get a Cam Ward or Sheeter Sanders unless we trade up in the draft. But everything so far shows that Tom Telesco has been pretty conservative when it comes to moving up, so that might be a long shot. Unless, of course, Tom Brady, who's now a part-time owner of the Raiders, steps in and pushes the team to make a move. But we'll just have to wait and see. Raider Nation, I'd love to hear what you think about this game. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. With that said, that's all I've got for today. If you're new here and you love Raider-related content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.